Ta-da! So Makita here. So I wanted to talk to you about day 2 of the Wisdom of Natural Hair and talk to you about transformation. So transformation is the second card, and we see her, she's changing. She's going from having relaxed hair to getting rid of her relaxed hair. So transformation is about going from one state to another. It's not necessarily about something that's being scary or scary or frightening that we're going through. Sometimes it's just about noticing the things that don't work for you and just deciding, taking that position to not repeat them over and over and over again. And sometimes just that acknowledgement of realizing that something doesn't work, realizing that you want something different, realizing maybe that there are a lot of different negative things that you are not realizing. A lot of women who stop relaxing their hair realize they know maybe their hair got damaged. Maybe they are just realize some information. Maybe they just want a different change. Maybe they want to reconnect with themselves. Maybe they want to see what is their natural hair texture. So all of those different reasons can bring them to want to change their hair and get rid of that. And a transformation as drastic as having going through the big shop is one, but the transformation in itself need not be as drastic. There could be different little small steps that you're taking in order to transform yourself. And this is really the subject of this channel, because we are talking about self-transformation, we're talking about self-development, we're talking about improving yourself every single day and realizing the things that don't work for you. Whether it is the thing that's physically, the thing that are emotionally, the thing that are in your womb, the thing in your mental state, your spiritual state, your energetical state, everything. And I think with the card of transformation is deciding to do better, having the courage from card number 1 to say I'm ready to face that challenge, that situation, and I'm actually willing to transform myself and transform that situation to make it better, to stop doing the things that are sabotaging myself, for example, to start doing the things that I actually want to do and not the one that I feel forced to do, that I don't really care about, that the things that are depleting me. I know that some of you also talked about trying to stop smoking, so I'll say transformation also requires a lot of patience, to be patient with yourself. You can have setbacks sometimes, but that should not prevent you from keeping going. And one of the things with transformation, the symbol of the butterfly, that she has a butterfly on her arm, and the butterfly symbolizes changes, because we know it starts with a larva and the larva becomes a butterfly later on. But at the same time, we know that the larva enters a cocoon, stays in the cocoon for several weeks before coming out as a butterfly. And that's kind of the process. When I say transformation is not an event, it's a process, it takes time. You will have to really be patient with yourself and put in the work. And I love the idea of the cocoon, because I think to me it symbolizes the fact that you're going within, you're inside yourself. You have to face yourself. You really have to go deep within, instead of blaming other people, looking outside of all the things that you may or may not be able to control. Go within and see the things within yourself that you are able to change. The things within ourselves upon which you have control of. How you react to certain things. How you perceive certain things. How you perceive certain people. And the more you do this inner work of looking at you, looking at the different masks that you put on sometimes, so that you know that by acting a certain way, you'll be able to please a certain group of people. By saying certain things, you'll be able to please another group of people. By dressing maybe a certain way, you'll be able also to please and to attract other people in interaction. Now, taking out and shading out all of the different masks, who are you underneath all of that? What do you do to please your own self? Because this is really where the transformation takes place. This is really where, if there's any issues of spirituality or issues with relationships or issues with work, that is really where the gist of it is. You really have to take off all of the different masks and hats that you may be wearing every day, and look at who's left. If you were pretending to be oh, sorry. I'm going to charge. I'm going to edit this, but I do need to charge my camera. Just 1 second. And
charging disconnected, powering off.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So this is why I was saying that transformation is not an event, it is a process. So it's all about you just taking that time for yourself to making the changes and taking off the mask, realizing, if you knew very well that you're not that outgoing, but you pretend to be because that's what people expect of you, and you have to be that way when you are in a particular setting. Where is that quiet self of yours? How is that quiet self of yours operating when you have to do that to yourself? And I think about people who are classify themselves as introvert but have to act as extroverts or outgoing people, because that's what nowadays that's what people praise more. When you're outgoing, you're social. If you don't socialize, sometimes people would call you as an antisocial, which is kind of seen as something that's negative. So if you're somebody who you prefer to be more close to yourself and you realize that, but you pretend over and over and over that you're outgoing, that you're this, and you sometimes make outrageous things just to be the life of the party and things like that, take off that mask and do a checkup with your own self. Check with yourself to see how is she doing, how is the you outside of the mask doing. And when you look at that, I'm like, look at what she needs to flourish and to be nourished and make the necessary changes. And changes and transformation doesn't mean to me something big and grand where you actually go do a makeover or, start going to the gym or whatever, something like that. It starts right here. It starts with you acknowledging the areas where you need to change, the areas that where things are not working for you. Maybe realizing that your hair is damaged, and facing that fact and deciding to cut whatever damage is already there to kind of contain it before it spreads everywhere else. And some of this acknowledgement may be very painful. And I have to say, because sometimes we all say, it's great to realize, I want to lose weight, I want to be fit. That's kind of like a positive kind of thing. It's just like you get the motivation to do it. And I think it's much better to start doing it now, before Christmas break and before the New Year, before everyone who never goes to the gym start flowing the gym and packing it up for the few weeks after the New Year's and then disappear forever. But those are like kind of the positive things when you realize, okay, I want to lose weight, I want to become more active, I want to do these are really nice and kind of things, soothing things, like the same resolution everyone makes every year. Now, when you come to other deeper realization, like for example, realizing that this particular relationship is not working for you, realizing that this particular friendship is not working for you, is not serving you, and realizing that you have to let that go. Or realizing that you do need to take time for your own self to nourish yourself, and that fact may displease a lot of people around you. So there are a lot of realization that may be very painful to make, that may bring you some negative reaction from people around you, and that's where you have to go back to the first card and find the courage to do the things that are going to be serving you, the courage that you need in order for you to even feel better, in order for you to grow, to keep growing. So I hope this is inspire you. If you are looking for transformation, this video is a confirmation for you to actually take that leap of faith, take that step for your own self, for your own good. Put yourself first, because that's where it starts. It starts with you. The way you're going to love other people is the way you love yourself. What you're going to offer other people is also going to be the way on what you think you deserve. So all of those things are intertwined. Sometimes it's not exactly aligned that way. That's why you can find somebody who's really selfish, but because they're really selfish, because they love themselves that much, they still get good attention, they still get good treatment just because of that fact. So some way, in some form of shape, you really have to be in tune with your own self. And by being in tune with your own self, a lot of things fall into places. And it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how much you know or how much you don't know. I think the greatest gift that we can all give to our own self is to know ourselves better and to change the things that we actually know for a fact are not serving us. So I invite you to transform yourself. I invite you to look at these things and look at the behaviors that you are indulging that do not serve you and make the necessary changes. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.